Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Sissygram Tales. If you like my voice, then hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe for daily story updates. Now, let's start the story. In this episode, we follow Alex, who embarks on a sightseeing holiday with his girlfriend, Alina. However, after a suitcase mix-up, Alex finds himself with a week's worth of women's clothing. This leads to unexpected adventures, admiring glances from strangers, and an exploration of a deep, secret desire that strengthens the bond between him and Alina, ultimately adding a beautiful new chapter to their love story. Intrigued? Let's dive into this fascinating tale together. The crisp autumn air greeted Alex and Alina as they stepped out of the bustling airport, marking a change from their typical sunny beach vacations. Gone were the days of endless sand and surf. Instead, they found themselves in a vibrant city where the leaves had begun to turn shades of red, orange, and yellow. Their breaths formed small clouds in the cool air as they trudged with their heavy bags toward the taxi stand. The cab ride whisked them through tree-lined streets, with the city's golden hues bathed in the soft glow of the setting sun. Alex gazed out the window, his forehead resting against the cool glass, while Alina gently traced circles on his hand, a silent, loving gesture. They arrived at their hotel just as the last slivers of daylight faded, casting long shadows across the cobblestone streets. As they began unpacking in their hotel room, Alex's expression changed dramatically when he opened his suitcase. To his surprise, instead of his clothes, a jumble of silk blouses, lace bras, and velvet skirts spilled out. Among the items was a pair of sleek black stilettos, which Alex held up in disbelief. "We've got a problem," he said, his voice shaky with uncomfortable laughter. Alina stood frozen, her eyes scanning the pile of women's clothing before her. The confusion in her gaze shifted to realization as she noticed Alex's anxiety and the subtle tremble in his hands. "Are you saying someone packed your bag with all of this?" she asked, holding up a delicate pink blouse. Alex sighed deeply, rubbing his hand through his hair. "No, I think our bags got switched at the airport," he said, trying to keep calm. A sudden rush of emotion washed over him as he looked at the clothes, items he had secretly desired for years, but never had the courage to wear. He turned to Alina, his throat tight with the unspoken truth he couldn't bring himself to share. "We've spent most of our savings on this trip. I can't afford to buy new clothes," he added, focusing on the practical problem at hand rather than the emotions that were beginning to surface. Alina's expression softened with concern as she reached out and gently touched his hand. "We'll figure something out," she said reassuringly. "We can try to track down your luggage tomorrow, and for tonight, we'll make do with what we have." Alex nodded, offering a weak smile, feeling a strange mix of disappointment and relief. As Alina hugged him, he couldn't help but glance at the feminine clothes, his desire for them stirring deep within, though he kept his thoughts to himself. The next morning, Alex and Alina spent what felt like hours on hold with the airline, desperately trying to resolve the luggage mix-up. Unfortunately, the airline offered little help, and the prospect of filling out paperwork and filing a report with the police during their limited stay did little to ease the frustration. Alex sighed deeply after the call ended, feeling the weight of the situation. He turned to Alina, the anxiety in his eyes more evident than before. "What should I do now?" he asked, his voice tinged with helplessness. Alina, sensing his stress, gave a playful laugh. "Maybe you should become my holiday girlfriend," she teased with a wink. Alex's eyes widened in shock before a slow smile crept across his face. Her joke, light-hearted as it was, seemed to tap into something deeper within him, a desire he had long suppressed. "I guess that could be an interesting solution," he replied with a nervous laugh, not fully understanding where this playful comment might lead. With her light-hearted suggestion lingering in the air, the couple set out to explore the city. As they wandered through the charming streets, Alex found himself distracted by every boutique they passed. His gaze was drawn to the dresses and blouses in the windows, clothing he had always admired from a distance. Alina, unaware of his internal struggle, thought he was simply amused by the morning's events. As they returned to the hotel that evening, Alina retrieved the misplaced suitcase with a mischievous grin. "How about this one for dinner, my holiday girlfriend?" she asked, holding up a floral sundress. Alex's heart pounded in his chest, the idea of wearing a dress sending a surge of excitement and fear through him. "You're really getting a kick out of this, aren't you?" he responded, his voice tight with nervousness. Later, as Alina playfully styled his hair and applied makeup, Alex felt a strange sense of both fear and anticipation. His heart raced as she blended foundation into his skin, applied mascara, and delicately traced blush onto his cheeks. The sensation was foreign, yet exhilarating. Finally, when Alina applied lipstick, Alex's reflection in the mirror revealed a version of himself he had never dared to show until now. With trembling hands, Alex slipped into a pair of underwear and a soft blue dress, feeling a sense of rightness as he looked at his reflection again. It was as if of himself had clicked into place. His secret, once hidden, was now laid bare. Alina, noticing the transformation, suggested they take the night out into the city. Alex hesitated, but ultimately felt an exhilarating sense of freedom as he stepped out in the dress under the cover of evening, with Alina by his side. As they strolled through the streets, Alex couldn't help but notice the glances of strangers. It was both intimidating and strangely affirming. At dinner, his nerves melted away as Alina's support allowed him to relax and enjoy the experience. It wasn't just a meal. It was a moment of acceptance, a tangible step into a new realm of self-discovery. Later that night, while Alina went into a store, Alex found himself standing alone. He tried to blend in, but a man approached him, complimenting him as a woman. It was a strange, validating moment for Alex, who wasn't sure how to react. Before things could get too awkward, Alina returned, wrapping her arm around Alex protectively. The man quickly apologized and left. Back in their hotel room, Alina comforted Alex with words of affirmation. "You did great tonight," she said, her voice filled with warmth. "And you make a really beautiful woman." For the first time that night, Alex let out a genuine laugh, feeling a weight lift off his shoulders. He was sure where this journey was headed, but with Alina by his side, he felt ready to face whatever came next. The next morning, Alex woke up, feeling a sense of freedom that he had never known before. For the rest of their holiday, he embraced his feminine side, with Alina's unwavering support. There were moments of awkwardness, questioning glances, but none of it mattered. They spent their days exploring, laughing, and deepening their love for each other. What started as a simple vacation had turned into a transformative journey. For Alex, a journey of self-discovery and acceptance, and for Alina, a deeper understanding of the man she loved. Their love story had evolved into something even more beautiful, one that celebrated acceptance, freedom, and the unwavering bond between them. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider subscribing to the channel, leaving a like, and commenting your thoughts.